2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 19. God knows those who are his. We may all be here shouting, but God knows those who are his. He knows those whose heart are following after him. Those whose hearts are like David, as a deer panted for the water brook, so my heart panted after the Lord. There are many people who just come to church to show clothes, to show dress, to meet friends. It's not bad to come and meet a friend, but if that is a reason for coming to church, that's your primary reason for coming to church, you have already failed. God knows it. He knows. He knows. He doesn't only know, he even has a book that he has written the names of those who are his. Your name can be in the book of Lighthouse, Methodist, Anglican, Pentecostal, any kind. But God may not have your name in his book. He said, nevertheless, the foundation of God standeth sure, having this seal. The Lord knoweth them that are his. My question is, are you one of his? Are you one of his? I may know you. Elders may know you. And many people may know you. But does God know you? You may be the number one dancer in the church. But God is not looking at that. He knows those who are his. If today you are in this church, you are playing God and playing church, change your mind. Change your mind. Change your mind, because he knows those who are his. Don't be playing with God as if God doesn't know. He knows. He knows those who are his. He knows. And then he said that those who are his, one of the qualities about them is that they depart from iniquity. I told you from the beginning that God knows everything. As you are sitting there, God knows the bed you slept on last night, and the jumpologies you did. Then after that, you have painted your face or dressed your trousers, and you have come to church. And yet God is looking at you. You are playing with him. You won't play that. You won't play that with a fetish. You won't play that with a shrine. You are playing that with God. Because he's not striking. You think he's a calm God? Wait until you meet his judgment. You will know that there is no being that is as wicked than God. You are messing up your life in the name of I'm just a Christian. Anything goes. Anything doesn't go with God. Even your husband, you think God just take anything, swallow anything? Just because you say you're a Christian, he swallows any baggage. Anything, you just live your life anyhow. You are in any gathering, boys are squeezing your breast, some are squeezing your bottom. They are squeezing your bottom. You better be set up and align with God. God is not joking. God is not joking at all. He knows those who are his. Number 10. The 10th thing is that God knows those who trust in him. You see, there are some who are even for God, but they don't trust God. They trust in their own ability, their own green card, their own, I'm a citizen, I've been able to do this. They trust in their own savings and plans. Nahum, you don't read that book a lot, but it's also in the Bible. The name alone tells you that God is a wonderful God. Nahum. When you mention that name, you should be afraid. Nahum, chapter 1, verse 7. Nahum. He said, our God is a good God. That's what he says in Nahum chapter 1. The Lord is good. He's a stronghold in the day of trouble. Those of you going through any trouble, may your God be your anchor. That's why the songwriter said, will your anchor hold? May God be your anchor. He's a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. Anytime you are praying and calling on God and say, God, I can't do it alone. God knows that this is one of the people who trust in you. So you can just plan your plan, do your things, select your girls. I want a boy with 6 feet tall. He's always wearing designer. You are doing your selection. You can trust God. Select. You better put your trust in God. Some trust in chariots, some trust in horses, but as for us, our trust is in the name of the Lord. I will lift up my eyes to the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord. Who is your trust? You don't trust God. That's why you can't even give your tithe. You can't even give a proper offering, because you think you are planning with your money. You want to build a small hotel in your village. Whether people will sleep in the hotel or not, you don't even know. Whether one day you just wake up and there will be a gas explosion or some explosion and that hotel will fall down to ashes. You have no idea. He knows the beginning from the end. You can't even trust him. You are making your own plans, pushing God aside. When you come to church and we say we are taking a second offering, you are offended. When you were not coming to church, churches were doing. Yeah, when you were not born again, you were in the world. Churches were not collapsing. It's not as if it is you who has made churches survive. God knows how to sustain his church. When you live your life as if God is a secondary matter, you have more important things to do. So when you don't, when you are tired with your more important things, then you can give God small space. He looks at you. He looks at you. How much do you trust God? How do you pray? One of the ways God can see you trust is prayer. One of the ways God can see you trust him is that when he says sleep, you sleep. When he says wake up, you wake up. One of the ways God can say you trust him is that you follow his precept upon precept, status upon status. Here a little, there a little. You are trying. You are trying. Sometimes your body is fighting, but you are trying. And God says you trust him. But many of us, we don't trust God. We trust our green card. We trust that we are bogus. We came here to make money, and we are making our plans. And once a while on a Sunday, because we are Ghanaians and we like to sport, you don't know where to take your sport, so you bring it to church. You bring it to church. Because the community in which you are, the people are not sporting. So where can I take my sport to? So let me just take it to church. So whatever we are preaching is here. Pass here. It's not about God. Your heart is not after God. Father, change our hearts. Change our hearts. That we may trust you like the men of old. We may trust you. Trust and obey.